Well, the Inhumans' long-awaited and much-maligned 2-hour pilot film premiered, and I've been eagerly awaiting it after all the trash that's been talked about it. Surely it couldn't be that bad, could it? Find out when Johnnie Torch reviews the Inhumans Pilot. Well, to answer that question, yes and no. I thought the first hour, or first episode if you will, was extremely good. It felt very much like the Inhumans I remembered from the comics. I thought the cast inhabited their roles nicely for the most part, with Anson Mount as the noble Black Bolt being the main standout. He managed to convey a world of expressions with only a few looks. Also, one of the better performances was by Ewan Rehan as the treacherous Maximus, who in true Shakespearean fashion wants to usurp his brother's throne. My only problem with him was that the character's title in the comics was Maximus the Mad, as he was given to wild fits of temper and so forth. Maximus doesn't get quite so far here. He's suitably a schemer, but his character could be much more fun if he wasn't written so one-note. I also liked seeing a bit of the lore, such as the death of Black Bolt's parents, and I hope they delve into that a bit more in the future. The supporting cast are all generally solid in their roles, with Isabel Cornish's Crystal playing much the same role here as she did originally in the comics, trapped in Adelan. Of course, in the comics, she was waiting for her prince to come, a lad by the name of Johnny Storm. With him being held hostage by Fox and her eventual husband Quicksilver already dead in the MCU, one wonders who she'll eventually pair up with here. And of course, Lockjaw, the merry mutt, looks cute and pretty well realized in CGI. The others range in effectiveness, with the dry-witted Karnak, the possessor of strange powers that defy description, the jocular tough man Gorgon with hooved feet, and Triton, who has the briefest of appearances. It was a gutsy move to have Medusa shorn of her powerful locks so early in the story, but that was kind of the beginning of the end. After the family is split up and sent to Earth, things go very wrong, very fast. Black Bolt ends up in prison for shoplifting clothes, in a few scenes that had to be written for laughs. It was also pretty surprising, the level of police brutality they allowed to display on Black Bolt. Medusa is reduced to wandering around aimlessly trying to find Black Bolt through the streets of Hawaii. Meanwhile, Ellen Woglam's Louise has, as of this time, a thankless role as Felicity Smoke, only without the humor. Judging by the promos, it looks like the royal family will be staying on Earth for the time being, which is probably the worst possible outcome for the show. That seems a conscious decision in order to spare the budget. But as I said, the show started with a pretty strong presence. It seems fashionable to bash this show, not unlike Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the beginning, and it seems to me that there is a segment of fans that seem to want Marvel to fail with these shows, or at the very least, they have set Marvel on such a high pedestal that they can't abide anything less than 5-star excellence. But there's nothing wrong here that can't be fixed by tightening up the story going forward and getting them back to Adelan ASAP. I'm giving the Inhumans Pilot 4 stars out of 5. This is Johnnie Torch reminding you once again, keep the flame burning brightly, and I'll be with you again real soon.